Welcome. This is a short preview of Block A of the Conflux method, the first of the 3 blocks that make up the course. A few minutes, no setup required, just enough to see what this block is and whether it's for you. Let me start with a question. How many times have you drawn a level, watched price arrive at it, taken the trade, and then watched the stop get clipped by a few ticks right before the move went exactly where you thought it would? The direction was correct, the level was correct, and it still cost you money. If that has happened to you more than once, it is not bad luck, and it is usually not a bad level. It is a level read the wrong way. That is what Block A is about. Most retail education teaches you to draw shapes on a chart, order blocks, supply and demand boxes, patterns with names. You end up with a chart full of rectangles and a quiet feeling that you are decorating price rather than reading it. Block A starts somewhere else entirely. It starts with a simple idea. Every important level on your chart is the record of a fight that already happened. Buyers and sellers met there. One side committed real capital, and the market remembers it. So the first thing Block A teaches you to do is separate the 2 kinds of participants on any chart. There are the participants with enough size to actually move a market, the ones who set the pace. And there is everyone who arrives after the move is already visible and pushes in the same direction because it feels safe. We call the first group the pace setters and the second the crowd. They leave very different footprints. Once you can tell them apart, the chart stops looking like a random noise and starts looking like a sequence of decisions. Impulse, struggle, impulse, that you can actually follow. Here's the part most courses get backwards. They obsess over the entry. Where do I get in? Block A treats the entry as the second question. The first question is always, where does the stop go? And does this level let me hide it somewhere the crowd is not looking? A level is only worth trading if it tells you where you are wrong cheaply. That single shift, stop first, entry second, changes how every chart you look at feels. The engine of the block is something we call a reaction level, not a line you draw by feel. A specific kind of zone where reaction is genuinely observable, defined by rules, not by mood. There are several distinct types of these levels, each with its own behavior. I am not going to name or define them here because each one needs a proper lesson and an example to land. What I will tell you is that once you can name the level you are standing in front of, your hesitation drops because you finally know what you are looking at and what should happen next if you are right. And that is the honest promise of Block A. Not a magic level that always holds. Those do not exist, and anyone selling you one is selling you a story. What you get is a way of reading the left side of the chart so that the right side is less of a guess. You will look at structure and see who was committed, where the stops of the crowd are probably sitting, and where your own stop can hide. 6 lessons. By the end of them, the rectangles are gone, and there is a method in their place. Block A is the foundation the other 2 blocks stand on. Block B adds volume and clustered confirmation, so you know which of these levels are real and which are traps. Block C adds options data, what the largest institutional players are positioned for before the move happens. But all of it rests on this: knowing how to read a level. That is where every serious trader on this method begins. If the way you are reading levels right now is not giving you consistency, Block A is the part of the course I would point you to first. You can take it on its own, or as the opening block of the full course. The link is below this video. One last thing, and I mean it. Trading carries a high risk of losing your capital. This is education and a way of thinking, not a promise of profit. What you do with it is on you. If that is the deal you want, I will see you inside Block A.